audio issues. We're gonna run that back in just a second.
Audio.
Give us just a second, guys.
Oh.
Are we back now?
Now we in it. Here we go.
But from the top.
a fight, a Paul and a Mike.
We got Mark Zuckerberg and T-Pain on a track.
And we got a feed me that'll make Bart Simpson proud.
Welcome to Side Dish.
The world is yours. Sky's the limit.
All right, okay. Thanks for sticking with us. We got a little echo in here if we can handle that somewhere in the back, guys.
Yeah, I can't have those voices competing with the ones that are already in my head.
Let me tell you, I got too many going on as it is. Welcome to Side Dish, guys. Thank you for checking us out on YouTube and Fox Soul, and shout out to our Side Dishers people. And so just thanks for tuning in everywhere you're tuning in, guys.
No doubt. And happy 48-hour Friday to everybody out there. How's your day going so far?
Man, it's been a lot. It's just a lot going on right now.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
How
about yourself?
I was doing good till about maybe 98 seconds ago.
Okay.
I don't know. There's a liquid on my iPad, and when I touched it, it's sticky. So now my hands are sticky, and I just feel weird because I'm one of those people who don't like being sticky.
Don't like being sticky. I also do not like being sticky.
Why is my iPad wet?
Why? Which one of you got HK's iPad wet?
I have so many questions, man.
So many questions.
But listen, we have so many things to dive into. There's so much going on. Shout out to everybody watching on Fox Soul. Shout out to everybody who's streaming in the chat, all our regulars, everybody who's celebrating birthdays this week, and maybe people who are joining us for the first time. I'm Headkrack.
Hey, and I'm Tanner. And if this is your first time, you know what? Just buckle up and thanks. Thanks for joining us. HK, the first video, this is one I just saw earlier today. And sometimes this is how I feel.
Okay.
And when everything is going just right, just according to plan, everything in this video is happening exactly how this person wanted it to.
Okay. Okay.
Not too
Smooth
bad.
operating.
Oh, nope, here we go. Now he's down there laughing. His girl's filming. There goes the canoe. There he goes.
Because he's not concerned about losing his thing.
This is like the worst situation possible. This is exactly the opposite of everything that this guy wanted to happen. He had the camera line, she had the camera rolling. He's in the canoe like, woohoo! And then upside down and freezing cold.
Are you a canoer? Have you ever canoed?
I have canoed many times.
Really? So I went on and this is different than canoeing. I went on a whitewater rafting trip, right?
Oh, yeah.
It was a place like right as you get into Tennessee.
Ocoee River, maybe? Or the Chattanooga?
Either one of those sounds like they could be, worthy applicants for whatever it was. So we're on this whitewater rafting trip, and when we got there, it's like, yo, somebody died like an hour ago.
Oh, dang.
And I was like, oh, that's messed up. But I'm like, yeah, well, what are the chances? Because this is probably the best time to go now because
nobody's on there.
You already got your soul for the day.
That's true.
Yeah.
The sacrifice has been made.
Yeah, like safest time to fly is after a plane crash. I mean, it's
God.
true. So we get out there on the river, and then the water's a little choppy that day because it's man controlled.
Yeah.
Someone controls the amount of water that comes out. So then it got real choppy, like in a movie from the 80s with Kevin Bacon in it, when he's taking campers out, right? Our boat flip over, my son LJ falls out, and I fell out too, and all I cared about was grabbing my son and bringing him back on shore.
Yeah.
I lost my shoe, and then we made it back to the boat safely. And then, after a while, I saw just my shoe rapidly floating down the river. And then when we got back to the campsite, they was like, "Yo, somebody else died."
Damn.
Yeah, they got 2 that day.
Wow.
Yeah. So all that to say that bad things can't happen twice.
Yeah. Lightning can strike twice.
It can.
Or drownings, I guess.
I had a video I was gonna show y'all earlier this week. It was in a lightning space.
Oh no.
Yo, lightning struck one person and 8 people fell down simultaneously like dominoes.
Really?
Yeah, one person didn't make it. That's why I couldn't show the video.
Believe it or not, a friend of mine has been hit by lightning twice.
Really?
No joke.
Does he have metal caps?
No, he's good now. He was a golfer, and both times are out on a golf course.
It's wide open.
It's weird. And plus, you got that metal stick in your hand.
Yeah, so you just conducting all the electricity.
You're just asking for the smoke.
He's like, give me the power.
I have the... Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, shout out to everybody who's been struck by lightning and everybody who survived. Sometimes God just want to just redirect you.
Right.
Peloton. You ride those?
I have not ridden a Peloton.
Yo, it's fun. when you get into the swing of things. Your first one might be a beating, but I love when the Peloton people be reading the leaderboard names, especially if you're in the leaderboard. But every now and then you can tell some people on there got a sense of humor because they be just making some names up, like these.
Mike Tyson on the Peloton. No.
Dixon Cider Box. I don't want to say it, but it's funny.
Milestones, happy birthday, Eaton Beaver. I just sent you a little high five.
Hey there, Eileen Ulick. Happy birthday. Good to see you.
Jet May Hopper, 2,700. Oh, you look so fab.
Capty's nuts.
Craven Moorhead, happy birthday.
Droopy balls.
Oh.
Connie Lingus, let's go.
Curly Pew. Oh gosh.
No mistakes.
Unhook tour. Spit on that thing.
Hilarious.
Okay, you think you're gonna catch me? I'm not afraid to say it. Connie Lingus, 2,600 rides.
Wow.
Happy birthday, Connie Lingus.
Here's the thing that's wild is to get that shout out, you gotta put in
Mikey
the ride.
Oxmall.
Colonel Angus, this dude is
2,600 rides?
Willie Beister.
okay.
Funky
That's
Butt Sullivan, oh my
thousands of
God.
rides.
Oliver Closehoff, happy. I spotted.
Oliver Closehoff is dope.
Oliver clothes
I
off?
spotted
Wow,
Eaton
hilarious.
Beaver.
Phil Lacheo. Buster Cherry.
Classic.
Really good. Yeah, Jack Meyerhoffer. Jack Meyerhoffer.
Biggest
And
Jack Mayhoff.
Sasso. It's your birthday.
Eileen Ulick, work that 200.
Oh, back in it?
She's working overtime.
Craven Moorhead.
I've been looking good. Phil McCrevice.
Got him. That's funny.
It's crazy when they realize in real time, like, oh
Yeah.
man,
Got me.
I'm already halfway out there. I gotta roll with it. What's some of the crazy names in the chat that y'all have ever seen out there? That was like, oh man, this can't be someone's name. Like, have you ever known anybody with just like an outlandish name?
I don't know that I've known anybody with like a really outlandish name, like anything comical. Like my theater teacher in high school was Stephen Smallwood, so Mr. Smallwood, and so that was it. That was a good one for a while.
Yo, you are destined for ridicule your entire life if your name is Mr. Smallwood.
Yeah.
Huh, well, I'm sorry you couldn't do nothing for your name, Mr. Smallwood. Man, the girls gonna throw that at him, bro.
Oh yeah. Brutal.
I felt like the most public name that was just a bad name was Dick Butkus.
Oh yeah, Dick Butkus. Yeah, what an interesting name.
Very, very, very. Justin O'Heck.
Oh, you were able to get it up? I can't get the chat.
Oh heck no! He said, "Oh heck no, I'm done." Yes, adults are childish, Miss Bennett. We're very childish.
Yeah.
Yo, because I remember when I used to be the PBX board operator at Target. Every now and then somebody would try, "Hey, can you page my child for me?"
Oh yeah.
And I was just always quick on my feet because I would write everything down and then say it to myself and be like, "Man, I ain't saying that." Hopefully, there wasn't a real person that was missing.
Man, Kathy says, I know a preacher whose last name is Roach. Pastor Roach? Brother Roach?
Pastor Roach is dope.
Pastor Roach?
Yeah. Yo, when I used to live in New York, like two of my best friends growing up was Michael and Greg Roachford.
Roachford?
But not Roach, but just
That's
Roachford. Good. Yeah, shout out to the Roachford.
I think you get a kick out of this next video. So the two dudes in this video, two guys I know, two guys I used to do some comedy with in LA back in the day, Bill Posley and Stephen Randolph. They're both stand-up comics. Bill's actually a writer on the show Shrinking.
Okay.
And he wrote on Cobra Kai, and he's got his own like comedy specials and whatnot. But did you happen to see a video? It went viral on Instagram, and it was like two guys in a podcast set up, and one of them's talking about the secret Starbucks.
No.
I'll send that one to you. This one isn't that, but it's the same two guys.
Okay.
And Bill breaks down for us what kind of white guys black people like and don't like.
Okay.
Do black dudes hate white males? We don't hate white males, okay? We hate white men, not white dudes. What's the difference? Okay, so you're a white dude, and you're cool. But like a hedge fund manager, white man. Oh, snowboarder, white dude. Politician, white man. Restaurant manager, white man. Veteran, white dude. I got one for you. Magician, white guy. What's the difference? White guys are corny, dude. And black dudes love corny white guys. Yeah.
This is pretty accurate.
That's kind of like that feels kind of on the money.
Dart meet board.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy because some people operate in a space of whiteness that you don't even realize they're white until you meet their family. There's a friend of mine named Travi. He's in a group with me called the Bodega Brothers. And we've hung out for a long time. And it wasn't until I went to his wedding and saw the other people in his family that are, oh, you're white. That's right.
Oh.
You know, because his wife is black now. You know, his wife's black and his kids are, beige. So I just, I didn't really look at him as a color because he was a white dude who had black problems. Like, he would be the one who would be like, yo, we can't go down the street because I have a ticket.
Yeah.
And I'm like, pay it.
You're right.
And he's like, but,
can't do it. Yeah.
Times are hard right now.
That's
you know
wild.
what I mean? So shout out to the white dudes.
Shout out to the white dudes and white guys. We got, I went to elementary school. Miss Bambi says, I went to elementary school with a girl whose last name was Dookie.
See, like, you gotta like have a pseudonym last name because kids are evil, and we're gonna make fun of that name.
Then Ken Turner said that there was a gospel legend, Richard Smallwood.
Sure was, yup.
Dick Smallwood.
I don't know what song he sang, but I definitely knew that one. I went to high school. There was a girl named Tara Cockerham, and she was fine as hell. I don't know about now because not everybody ages well, but she was smoking hot, and I definitely wanted to last her name.
Okay, two, I want to get out here real quick. Those names are great. ABC World News had an anchor named Phil Lipoff. Flip off. And then Marcy says, I knew the Berry brothers. That was their last name. Their first names were Larry, Harry, and Gary. Larry, Barry, Gary, Barry, and Harry Barry?
With those names, you were supposed to compete with the Pep Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are wild. So we wanted to get this one in. Tomorrow's a real big day. It might as well be a national holiday because I feel like everyone's tuning in for this.
Yo, to say I'm excited is a understatement as I'm wearing this shirt right now.
Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, it's finally happening. Jake Paul and Mike Tyson are boxing. There's Iron Mike right there. They've been releasing all kinds of like little bits of footage and whatnot. There was an interesting thing that kind of happened at the press conference today. We're going to show you a piece of that video and then we're going to talk about it.
Everyone wants to know what's going through your mind. Is the old Mike back? Is vintage Mike back? Let us know.
Are you talking to me right now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'm back, yeah.
You're the star.
I'm just happy to be here. I love you, too. Thank you.
Can you expand on that? Why is he manufactured and why are you for real?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you can expand on that. I mean, can you give me...
It's just what I said.
It's just that, all right. That's cool. Jake, dare I ask, what do you make of Mike's demeanor tonight?
Man, I just... There's a lot of shit talk online saying you're gonna kill me, and it just... Nothing in person. It's... I don't know. It's pretty boring. Pretty fucking boring.
Pretty boring. HK, has Mike Tyson ever been called boring? But you just saw that clip. We all just saw it. It doesn't look like he's like there really.
Mike is, you know how sometimes when you have to boil a pot of water in order to cook something?
Yeah.
He just got put on the stove.
Yeah.
The heat's been turned on to warm high. Not high, just warm high. And we're waiting for the water to bubble.
Yeah.
Because I've seen all the other presser stuff leading up to this when he's up and on.
Yeah.
Now you have to go from the talking phase to the action phase.
Yeah.
So this is when you kind of fold into yourself and get to it. However, right? I started watching a Netflix documentary about this fight, right?
Yeah.
And it's really entertaining. And, you know, it shows like what Mike was doing to prepare for the fight. I'm only on the first episode, so it was more so about when the fight was going to be in July.
Yeah.
But when Jake Paul started talking about what got him in the space to do this fight, it was an ayahuasca retreat.
Really?
Yeah.
I know you're a proponent.
Yeah, like listen, like if you go on an ayahuasca retreat, anything you scared of, you won't be afraid of it anymore. And that's why, like, when it came to the opportunity for me to do my boxing match, I wasn't afraid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care who you throw at me at this point. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen, and I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to figure it out.
Yeah.
And Jake Paul has a certain level of courage now. Now that I know he has the ayahuasca in his system.
Oh, okay.
Yo, his pistons
Little
is
fire in the
firing
blood there.
But also Mike Tyson's been on connected to shrooms for the last probably like 5-6 years as well. So that also makes you operate at a different level.
Yeah.
So this ain't gonna be just one person walking through another person.
It's not.
It's gonna be a fight.
I think it's gonna be a fight. And this is my prediction. I said it a couple weeks ago. I'm gonna double down on it again. It's going, in my opinion, one of two ways. Because I think it's 8 rounds.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be an officially sanctioned fight, which
Right.
means it counts for a real professional boxing record. I think that either Mike does it in 2 or Jake Paul does it in 7. And that's the age component that we keep coming back to.
Yeah, because if I was Jake's coach,
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, just get him into the deep waters.
That's right.
And then apply the pressure.
Just hang out and just keep him breathing hard for the first several rounds and then pressure, yeah.
Because, like, Mike is definitely bulked up.
Yeah.
The power is still there.
Yeah.
But the cardio, it's always going to be an issue once you reach a certain median marker of age. So, but if Jake wins, I don't think he's going to get a lot of credit for winning. Because, look, you beat up 58-year-old Mike Tyson.
Exactly.
If Mike wins,
giant victory all around.
Solidified in the annals of history.
Yeah,
forever.
It's over.
Yeah.
Like, it's so interesting, man. So I went to a little, of course I didn't roll, but I went to a little jiu-jitsu tournament this last weekend, and with a bunch of the guys that I roll with. And like, I'm in my early 40s. A lot of these guys are in their like mid to early 30s to like early 40s. And jiu-jitsu's mostly sliced up according to age and weight class.
Okay.
But we didn't have enough dudes to properly slice it all up. So there was a lot of like open class, which is kind of like any weight is fine. And then also there was only like I said, a handful of the guys. So the categories weren't as like finely chopped. And there was like some 20-year-old kid, and it's just like one of those things, you can never count out youth. Because it's like their motor just doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And they just recover and they just keep going.
Yeah, whereas, you know, the older you get, like, strength goes away last.
Yeah.
Speed goes first.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I used to, like, people used to talk about how Roy Jones was the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
And he was. If Roy Jones would have stopped boxing in 99, maybe not even 99, like 2003, 2004, he would have been, there would be a statue of Roy Jones and it would be accurate, unlike the Dwayne Wade one, because he was doing things I've never seen people do in boxing, but it was all based on his speed.
Yeah.
And once his speed started going, he started getting caught. One time I thought he died.
Ooh.
When Glenn Johnson knocked him out, I was like, yo, I just watched Roy Jones die.
Yikes.
But he got up. So let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. We'll come out with the results of
Netflix,
you guys' votes.
It's Netflix Friday night. Do you know the time off the top of your head?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
And the undercard with the two ladies, Serrano and I can't remember the other lady's name, they were dope when they fought last time. So this is a rematch.
Dope.
And it was a very controversial one, so it's going to be great. So
very cool.
Drop your comments in the chat. We'll come back with that. But when we return...
Oh, in 2 minutes, we got an update. We're going to give you a puff date. And we also got an update on Mark Zuckerberg and T-Pain, a little project they put together.
Hey. All right.
All right, y'all, what's up? Back to Side Dish. In the chat, y'all got Mike Tyson, the champ, taking it 86 to 14%. Jake Paul, Fashao, talking about knuckle sandwiches. I mean, the other thing is like, and Lakers in 5 brings up a good question. Is like, how much is Mike getting paid for this fight?
$20 million.
$20 million.
Ask me how much Jake Paul getting paid.
How many?
$40 million.
$40 million.
So even if Jake Paul loses,
good gosh,
he wins. And then sometimes that makes me, because I always think about the conspiracy. I believe nothing, and I believe in no one except God. All right, I'm gonna get more money because I know how this is gonna end. But me, Jake Paul, who acts like a bad guy on camera, who may actually be a decent dude.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I want to make sure you solidified, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for $20 million,
yeah.
Oh,
you think?
You know, before you,
That's funny.
you know, so we'll see, man.
Little rope dope out there. All right, so this next one, y'all might have seen this. It's been going viral a little bit. Mark Zuckerberg, Mr. Facebook, and his wife Priscilla Chan, they celebrated their dating anniversary. And Mark went on the IG to share an unreleased and unexpected rendition of T-Pain's Get Low. And he captioned the post, Get Low was playing when I first met Priscilla at a college party. Wow. So every year we listen to it on our dating anniversary. This year I worked with the man at T-Pain on our own version of the lyrical masterpiece. Turn your sound up for the track, and it's also available on Spotify. All right, let's play the track.
Damn, shorty crunk, so fresh, so clean. Can't you fuck that question's been harassing me in the mind? This girl is so fine. I done come to this club about 11 times. Can I play with your panty line? Club owner said I need to calm down. Security guard is sweating me now. I got drunk and a motherfucker threatened me now. 369, damn, you're fine. Hoping you can sock it to me, baby, one more time.
That's enough of it. We got the gist. T-Pain even commented on the post, a happy anniversary. Thanks for letting me be a part of this. HK, how many stars out of 5 do you get?
Oh, it comes off like one of those cool, like, parody cover songs. Like,
I'm saying
it's
earlier,
not awful.
Yeah, it's not awful. To me, it kind of got a little Kids Bop vibe to it, you know?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Like Kids Bop PG-13, because like the curses.
Right, because they left in where the sweat drops down and everything, so.
Yeah, he definitely made sure he didn't call it the B word,
right.
But he made sure every other curse word remains.
All the other words are still in there.
Yeah.
I honestly, this makes me like Zuckerberg a little more.
You know, like, I don't know much about Zuckerberg, except the fact that he controls the flow of information and content, and that is scary because I know there were some things on Facebook that he did in a political season where like certain information was stifled, certain things were held back, and I don't like that. I don't like that, and I also don't like how they run Meta and Instagram because
you get thrown in that IG jail.
I live in IG jail. Like I got so many money on my commissary for being in Instagram jail. I almost want to go and report this post, you know, just so you can know how it feels.
Yeah.
But he won't even realize it.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So anyhow, so glad we got to bring that into your lives today.
Lady Ross said no thanks.
No.
Well, Lady Boss said no thanks. Rich Girl Brand said the Muzak version. Andrew K, I'm gonna pass on that. Stephanie Stewart, big Darth Vader energy when he got the suit. No!
No. Hilarious.
I've heard worse, man.
Yeah,
man,
that was definitely worse.
We'll switch your gears, yo. Let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, who recently spent his 55th birthday locked behind bars. Puff Daddy.
We got a Puff Day.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get into it? You want me to do it?
Hey, man, if you don't succeed, try again, man.
Yeah.
Puff has been trying to get out on bail for a minute, and looks like third time is the charm. U.S. District Judge Aaron Submarin will be the third federal judge to weigh on Diddy's confinement. Now, Combs is arguing that he would agree to come home and be in home confinement around the clock with GPS monitoring if allowed out of jail. And he also had to put up like $50 million.
It's still, yeah, it's all the other stuff, and then they added like home confinement and the GPS monitoring. So he's still trying to like post bail, and I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah. What if he like got that home confinement and then he puts the monitor on like Farnsworth Bentley leg?
That's I think what like Diddy's like. Is there anyone who's a bigger flight risk than Diddy?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I mean, he can fly to space, but
yo,
on a rocket.
Like the biggest flight risk of all time is Elon Musk.
He is the biggest flight risk. But it's like Diddy's got jets, and he's like knows people with jets, and he's got like deep pockets, and so it's like when you're that kind of a risk, I don't think there's a chance. I don't think he's getting bail.
I mean, there's other people who've had long bread and long paper like that did go do their house arrest or sit where they're supposed to sit, but. You know, I think the biggest thing that people are concerned about is his manipulation and influence of potential witnesses. You know, you got one lady from was Dirty Money was like, yo, talk crazy to me the whole time. Then you got the other one who's like, yo, Diddy never did those things. I don't know what you talk about. And one also, the one who said Diddy never did anything to her also was the same one that got like 57 calls.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know if those were like, hey, I'm just making sure you're okay. I'm just making sure you're okay. I'm making sure you're okay. Or like, hey, you know what to say, right? You know what to say,
You're right. You got the script.
You don't know.
It's wild. The other thing, and did we talk? I don't think we talked about this yesterday, but it's like that Ray J TMZ interview.
Which one?
So Harvey Levin's producing an interview. It's a documentary. It's on Tubi, and it's about the whole like Puffy trial.
We ran the girl from that.
We ran the girl. And so yesterday, I think it was yesterday, clips dropped of like Ray J talking about like people are reaching out to him, telling him about how they're paying off witnesses to try to keep their name out of it and whatnot. And so like it just continues to get bigger and crazier.
But in a weird confined bubble, though, because it only gets bigger around Diddy.
Right.
Who are the other people?
We've been saying this for
weeks. Like, why don't we know? Give me a fake name.
Yeah. How many other John Does are we yanking in here? You know?
I want to know who played Ben on Growing Pains.
Ben on Growing Pains?
Yeah, the little brother.
I don't know.
He was there, allegedly. Allegedly. Like, I want to know about the other people, man. Because, like, this doesn't, like what Wesley Snipes say in New Jack City? This is bigger than Nino Brown. This is bigger than Diddy. There are other people. And yes, somebody in the chat said, like, it's not Puff you got to worry about, it's the enablers too. Yes, we need to know who they are as well.
That's what we're talking about.
Like, don't just get one person because they famous and got a name and got money.
Right.
Get everybody.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
Yep.
Well, switching gears, man.
Yeah, I know.
You know, he didn't get no cake, but you can get the cake because there's some celebs that are celebrating birthdays. If you're celebrating a birthday today, King Charles is 76.
Oh my gosh! And then Travis Barker, Mr. Kourtney Kardashian, is 49.
Lil Boosie is 42 years old. Hopefully, he has his medicine.
Patrick Warburton. That was my first attempt at a Patrick Warburton impression. He's 60 years old. You know him from Family Guy and a bunch of other stuff.
Yo, Yanni, he's 70 years old.
Freaking Yanni. Love that guy.
You think he still got like the long hair that's still black?
I'm sure he does.
Yo, I was watching, and this has nothing to do with anything. I'm having a quantum leap ADD moment, right?
Okay.
So you also watched the Vince McMahon
documentary,
right?
yeah.
Yo, at the end of the show, when he came back to the company and he had a mustache.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yo, I was trying to screenshot, because I was watching it on my phone, I was trying to screenshot it just so I could like post it and be like, what the hell? How come no one made a meme out of this yet? I wonder if Yanni, like, because you picture him in your head with the long black hair and that mustache. There is no way at 70 years old that hair's still black.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not.
You think he got a goatee now? Like
Yanni?
Yeah, like what's his look?
Oh, I don't even know. I haven't thought about Yanni in a decade.
I don't think most men are walking around thinking about Yanni.
No, we're not concerning ourselves with Yanni.
Yeah. That was the song, right?
I don't remember.
So who gets this cake?
I got to give it to Travis Barker, man. Like, from Blink-182, he's holding down Kourtney. They seem to have a great thing going. He's, like, a loving father. Like, nobody says anything bad about Travis Barker.
Nah, only his ex-wife, and that's what you'd expected during a divorce.
Yeah.
Lakers with 5 has a very good point. Boosie does not need the cake. He is diabetic.
Ooh.
Patrick Warburton, good guy. Saw him at a Dragon Con, actually, at a booth.
Oh.
King Charles, possibly racist. Man, I'm about to run it up for Travis Barker, too.
All right.
He survived the plane crash, didn't he?
He did survive a plane crash. We got lots of Travis Barker love in the comments, so I feel like we made the right decision.
Yeah, God wants him to be here.
That's right. That's right.
So big shout out to them and shout out to anybody that might be celebrating a birthday today, tomorrow, or even at any point this weekend.
Some point this weekend. Show yourself some love. It's 48-hour Friday. We're about to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're talking about The Rock's new movie. We got a little random roulette, and then everybody's favorite game,
Whose Cousin Is It?
In 2 minutes.
Hey, welcome back to Side Dish.
Hey.
Shout out to everybody who got their planks on during the 2-minute break. Andrea K, we see you. Get them abs good and tight. You can crush that food as it enters your stomach and esophagus during Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
We're definitely here for that. And RN83012 is getting their planks on as well, man. And happy to help you try. They couldn't plank for 2 minutes because they're getting old. Listen, first day back is always toughest in the gym. You just got to keep showing up.
Yep, all you got to do is keep showing up. Just keep going. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Hey, hitting the movies this weekend?
I might hit the movies this weekend. I don't have a whole lot of plans yet.
Well, there's some certified bops dropping this weekend. One in theaters, one that you can check out, you know, on a streaming platform. So let's talk about this new Christmas movie, and I say that in air quotes, like how Die Hard was a Christmas movie.
Right.
It's called Red One.
Evening, ladies. What are you so excited about? Of course, your boyfriend's here.
Okay. Who's with Red? Reach! Someone took Nick. We're gonna find him.
I'm bringing in Jack O'Malley. He's probably the best tracker in the world.
What am I doing here?
Last night, Red One, also known as St. Nicholas of Myra, was abducted from the North Pole complex.
Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped? Garcia? What the hell? You can't trust this guy. He's on the list. You don't mean... Yes, that list. NL4. Are you telling me this clown is a level 4 naughty lister? A level 4 naughty lister? Oh. There is much in here that is not of the natural world. Who's that? Krampus. What are they doing? They're playing crayfish slop.
I think if you don't need me here, I might just go back to the car.
We need to prepare for the possibility of no Christmas.
There's worse ways to go out than trying to save Santa Claus.
We got snowmen!
That was so disturbing.
Interesting.
My turn!
Oh my God. Is my face still there?
Yeah, you look good.
Hilarious.
I'm totally here for it, man. I love holiday movies that are on a different, you know, like flow and frequency, not your typical like, oh, what are we gonna get for grandma?
It's interesting. Yeah, I like that. It's interesting. I'm having a hard time not thinking about Bottles of the Rock's pee being around in some of those set pieces. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Like you want to see if you could spot it, like the Starbucks cup in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, this really tainted some things for me. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough. Gotta send a major shout out to another person who's in it. He literally just texted me. There's a rapper named Kia Shine. He had a big popular song called I'm Crispy back in the days, continued to make music, and he's like pivoted and transitioned into acting. And he literally just hit me. He's like, yo, man, I'm filming P Valley, man. We just got off set.
Oh, wow,
I'm so sorry. Because he was supposed to come on today and talk about the thing. It was one of our surprise guests. But, you know, the business is the business. That's one thing about filming. It's the hurry up and wait game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you never know what time you're going to get done. It's out of your hands.
Because, you know, even what you was talking about with the rock thing and, like, the pee, like, there was a story we did on Dish where they were saying that he notoriously is, like, very late on set. And pees in bottles. And he's like, yo, I'm never late, but I do pee in bottles.
Like, I'd rather you be late.
Yeah, like, just own up to being late.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that, man. So big shout out to that. Now, Tanner, I don't know if you've seen this one.
I haven't seen this one. I don't know what this is.
All right, so this joint is called Mr. Crockett. I don't know how this whizzed past us like bullets in a shootout, but I cannot get home fast enough today to watch this movie. It stars Jerrica Hinton, who maybe y'all know her from Man in Full. You got Elvis Nolasco, who does a phenomenal job in the show Godfather of Harlem, and a cast of other people. It's about a kid show from the 90s, right? That this mom tries to put her kids onto, and things take a very dark and sinister turn from that point on. Check it out.
Son, check this out. I got something for you.
Welcome
to Mr. Crockett's world.
A friend like you is a friend like me. Whenever you're in trouble.
He's coming!
He must be watching us. He's killing parents and taking more kids.
Go on, my child. This is my house now.
Take deep breaths.
This gem
Yeah.
slipped through my fingertips.
That looks great.
T-Tish B said, oh my God, we just watched Mr. Crockett a couple days ago. Mad creepy.
How good is it, T-Tish B?
Yeah, man, like, man, these streaming platforms are really coming with it full speed and knocking it out the park, man.
Everybody's here talking about Ticket. Oh, yes, Ticket. My kids hit me, Mr. Crockett. I was surprised at how good it was. Oh, very cool. That's great. I love nothing more than finding a little undiscovered gem.
Yeah,
you know?
The internet is full of them, especially like, especially when you're doing stuff in the independent space. A lot of times, these different film festivals will have like entire movies on platforms like YouTube and whatnot. One time I had the privilege of being a judge in a horror movie competition. I had to watch so many movies, and my eyes were different when I was done watching them. But I had to watch them over a period of like 6 to 8 weeks. But there was like really good movies that if they were in theaters, I would have paid good money to go see them.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming with it, man.
Lots and lots of great movies get released. A lot of independent movies. It's hard to find, but you got to look for them. But you will be rewarded when you do.
No doubt, no doubt. So there's shout out to Bati Boy. It was like, nah, I'm good. T-Tish B said very good and jump worthy, and I love that.
Are you watching it, Tanner? I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'll probably give it a good 15, 20 minutes for sure.
Coolio. So you guys got options this weekend, and if y'all haven't got a chance to see Terrifier 3 yet.
Oh yeah.
It's still good. I saw it again on bootleg.
Oh, yeah?
Yo, and I knew what was going to happen, and it was still good.
I'm still trying to get The Substance in with Demi Moore.
That's now streaming on Amazon Prime now.
Oh, dope.
I literally was just reading about that as I was walking in.
Oh,
That's
great.
streaming on Amazon Prime, and that movie Saturday Night, which is about the first episode of Saturday Night Live, that's now available on video on demand.
Oh, that's great.
And of course, the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Friday
you can stream
night.
that tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Netflix. So
A lot of
options are
content.
unlimited.
So much. All right, we're going to take another quick little break. When we come back, we got some random roulettes for you. And a cure for syphilis is malaria?
Huh? See you in 2 minutes.
Welcome back to Side Dish. I hope you guys were doing something productive in that 2 minutes. I hope you're still with us. Thank you so much for watching.
Yo, you could have got your prostate tested during that
You could have
time.
gotten your
That's
prostate
how long
tested.
it took when I got the thing the other day.
Yeah.
Shout out once again to the doctors that came through the other day. I was reading the comments. There was so many people, you know, in real time, you know, because we don't get to read all of the chat comments as they're coming through in real time because, you know, we stand at the camera looking at y'all, trying to make eye contact. But yeah, man, like, we appreciate y'all for appreciating us, man, for real.
Also, Kathy Brundage, if a fire is happening at your building, you might have to get outside right now. She says the fire alarm's been going on for the last 10 minutes. Fire trucks aren't even here. Someone probably fell asleep cooking again. Then a couple comments later, she says, oh, the fire trucks are here now. Yikes.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Take the stairs.
Take the stairs. Okay. We got a little random roulette for you. Some ultra random facts, and that, believe it or not, these are true. Okay. The Bears hold the record for the most ties in a single season with 6.
Really?
Including 3 games in a row tie, which is a record.
Okay, evenly matched they were. Keeping it Chicago for a second, the Chicago Bulls drafted Carl Lewis, the runner, in 1994. He was the 208th pick, which was 205 picks after they drafted Michael Jordan. So who would know that 2 Titans that were so great in their respective sports were, you know, in the same league, but
on the same team?
Yeah, Lewis decided to stick with track and field, and I think it paid off well for him.
Yeah, that was the right decision for him. Pez was originally marketed as a sophisticated healthy candy for adults. Healthy candy for adults.
You know, I believe that because every time I eat Pez, like with my adult taste buds, it don't taste candy enough.
It's a little more refined. I'm trying to do Italian fingers with my broken thumb, but I can't quite get there. It's a little more refined.
Yeah.
Pez.
It's like, you know, you're eating a Flintstone vitamin.
Right.
A healthy candy, sweet
Except
one.
without all the good stuff.
Hey, did y'all know that during the filming of Rocky, Sylvester Stallone broke his ribs and Carl Weathers got a broken nose? Which is the opposite of actually what happens in the movie where Rocky had a broken nose and Apollo Creed had broken ribs.
That's wild. And then finally, before penicillin, the best available cure for syphilis was intentionally giving someone malaria because it would cause such a high fever that it would kill off the bacteria causing syphilis. Of course, it would also potentially kill you. But that syphilis,
yeah,
that's probably, we want to try to not have that, you know what I'm saying?
But how could you target the malaria in which you give it to? Like, do I sneeze in your mouth? Like, you know, how do I make sure you get it?
Oh, how do you give someone malaria?
Yeah.
Well, I think you just like fire up some full dose, like a virus, like a, what do they call it? A vaccine is like a weakened version of a disease or a virus. And so you could probably get the full strength still if you wanted.
So I didn't know if they was doing it like how, you remember when kids would have the chicken pox, they'd be like, yo, we're gonna have a chicken pox party so we can get this over with for everybody.
Right.
Now, you don't see that too often.
No, you don't.
I haven't seen a person with chicken pox in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, we're adults, and so most of, you know, like your kids probably, have your kids had chicken pox?
No, they haven't. Like, did we eradicate chicken pox?
I don't think so.
That might have been the only thing we've ever cured.
That might be it.
I remember getting chicken pox, man. I felt like a Nestle Crunch bar.
You know what we're curing, though? We're curing boredom.
Every day, all day. Is it time for this right now?
I don't know. We've got a lot of show to fill yet.
We really
might
do.
have to grab some other things and try to bring them in.
Yeah, man. I'm looking through the thing. Miss Naughty 93 said, sneeze in your mouth. Ew, HK. And infected mosquitoes can give you malaria. I mean, like, how can you look at a mosquito and tell that it's one of those ones?
I don't know. Yeah, how do you know the malaria mosquito?
Yeah, like, you know, does it have, the mosquito's eyes red?
Justin Harris says, we're going to start seeing syphilis parties like COVID parties. Sir, those were called orgies.
The COVID parties was also just being in Texas.
Yeah.
Like, they had, like, no mask thing.
Yeah, someone on here is like, Tanner looks sleepy or depressed today. Guys, I'm just working through it, okay? Just working through it, but I appreciate the concern. Fire alarm's off. Good. Happy for that, Kathy.
Yeah, we got to keep our people safe. So, check this out. Despite popular belief that, you know, we're doing this way too early, it gives us more time to do some stuff on the back end.
That's true.
And have some fun.
All right.
So we're going to just go ahead and get to the bottom of it.
Oh, we do it now?
F it, we'll do it live.
Okay, great.
Yo, whose cousin is it?
All right, here we go. A 93-year-old man was arrested for shooting his apartment manager twice in the leg. Okay, All right, that's pretty broad. That's broad enough. Back in 2020, a 93-year-old Vegas man was arrested after police said he shot his apartment manager in both legs during an argument over water damage and flooding in his apartment. Police said the senile shooter entered the apartment office and made several verbal threats and pulled out the handgun. This feels Caucasian. On the surveillance video, the old man is seen with a blicky, and he busts off the first shot, which hit a wall and went through a computer screen, but no one was struck. After the first shot, the old man shot the victim in the leg, causing him to fall out of the chair onto the floor. The OG then stood over the victim and shot him in his other leg. Good God. The police showed up. They fired a single shot through a glass door. The bullet went through the vintage Vandals jacket, but it didn't hit him. He got real lucky on that, got on some Trump game. He was taken into custody while the victim was treated for non-life-threatening injuries. The assailant, who had no criminal history before the incident, was charged with attempted murder with a deadly weapon, kidnapping with a deadly weapon, discharge of a firearm within a structure, burglary with a firearm, and carrying a concealed weapon. The assailant died of natural causes in May.
Wow.
Yeah.
The chat is going crazy.
This is...
And they're coming with all types of plausible people it could be. I think, you know, within your first sentence, I think Andrea Kay is like, Headkrack, that's us. Justin Harris, Cuzzo versus Cousin versus Cuther. Lakers at 5.
T-Tisp's out here. Blicky gave it away. I don't know what Blicky is.
Blicky is a gun.
Okay.
Yeah, yo,
I hadn't heard Blicky before.
Yeah, somebody say go get the Blicky.
Really?
You want to leave there.
Where does that come from?
I think the UK.
Oh, okay.
That sounds like something that they would say, and then we just, you know, gentrified the word over here in the States and made it rock. Oh, it was the rich girl brand that said HK, that's us. Love Jones said Headkrack people. You know, because the older people sometimes, you know, they fought in the war. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I was in World War, especially in 93.
93, yeah. I wonder if, like, maybe, like, Italian or something. Does Blicky, like, come from that culture perhaps a little too?
I think Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders?
That show.
The Irish?
I think so.
Are they Irish on that?
They might. But was Peaky Blinders was in the UK, was it not?
I don't know.
I think it was in the UK. There might have been some Irish people there because a little bit of everybody lived there. Like how I was shocked to see so many like Indian people being in London. I was like, wow, I didn't know y'all was out here.
Didn't know. Don't know.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a lot of people say Cuzzo. A lot of people, we need a graphic for Move That Van.
We've talked about this.
Agreed. It's still loading. Still loading. So
definitely a brother that was in one of them wars. Oh, dang. I don't know if Blicky came from the UK. I've only heard Cuzzos say it here in the US. Okay, because let me tell you, I hadn't heard Blicky before, so now I'm thinking probably not my cousin.
Well, yeah, because like I think anytime I hear you talk about young people, it's usually your nieces, and your nieces definitely ain't talking about the Blicky.
Yeah.
Yo, my kids, they're knuckleheads. Like, yo, hit them with the, because they be playing Fortnite. Oh. So, yo, get them with the Blicky. All that stuff. So, you already know the drill, y'all. It's time to move that van.
What is going on here?
Hey, yo, the person on the Twitter said, look at this fit. This ain't his first body.
Yeah, he is dressed up like an old gangster. That man is definitely senile. That's unfortunate.
That's like season 38 of The Blacklist.
Yeah.
He was dressed like my man from that show.
Yeah, that's sad. You hate to see it.
Oh.
Take care of your grandparents.
But here's the thing, Tanner. We don't just have that picture.
Oh, no.
We got the video.
Oh, no.
Check this out.
Oh, no. Why? Oh, why?
He popped him in the leg. Dude fell on the floor. And he's like, yo, let me balance the tires for you real quick.
He put on the coat and the hat?
Pow.
Oh, my God.
How's that for some candy?
Our victim while he's on the ground.
Oh, and they shot through the,
Nah, they didn't shoot through the door. They just.
He puts the gun down.
That's probably, those are the natural causes that old man died of.
Yeah.
That was a hard pull.
Yeah, but it's also like, in that scenario, that was warranted. You know, like.
It was.
I'm sorry, old man. You just shot somebody.
And it's scary because, you know, because I watched the longer video, shows the guy walking in, and it was like a conversation. You could tell it was getting heated. And then when he pulled the gun out, like he had the gun out on dude for like a long time. He was holding it how Jack Ruby held the gun right before he shot Oswald.
Yeah.
And it's hard to move because when somebody holding a gun low on you like that, it's all
What do you
body.
do? Yeah.
Like, you know, you might live, but then you poop in a bag now.
Right,
You don't want to do that.
Oof.
With that being said, we got to take a break, and we're going to come back and do something a little fun to take us out on this 48-hour Friday. Do some planks, jumping jacks, whatever, get your heart pumping. See you in 2. Welcome back to Side Dish. I know, like, you know, the graphic shows me and Tanner, like, on the show, but, like, also got to shout out our friends in the back, Ryan, Lee, Kim, our man Darius. But y'all in the comments, y'all are so unhinged. Justin Harris said he got pulled through a portal when the cops showed up. He was talking about the dude.
He got yanked, yeah.
Yo, hard, man. That is just wild, man. Miss Bennett in a blaze of glory, y'all. I'm screaming. Oh man, what a way to end a perfect week.
Yeah, it was a beautiful week. A lot of times we've got it packed right up into the very end of the show. You guys know how we like to do it, but we've got some time here. So if you got something you want to know about, like Side Dish or something from either one of us individually, Justin Harris says, Tanner, one of your cousins from Florida gonna get some sense. It ain't gonna happen. And it ain't gonna happen ever.
I think it's because Florida has a different sun than the rest of the country.
I don't know how Florida got that way.
Me neither. Like, it just baffles me to no end. But yeah, we did want to do like a Ask Me Anything kind of thing. So like whatever questions you may have, or even if it's a conspiracy theory, because that's another thing that we was workshopping.
We'll workshop some conspiracies.
Like, you know, because there's so many conspiracies that exist. Even like with 9/11 happening not too long ago. Every year, people go in their bag. And I definitely know people who perished that day, which I guess it's better than me knowing someone directly.
Sure.
However, but you know, that one I always found as being a very strong conspiracy because like both of those two towers fell because they were hit by planes and maybe had a little help on the inside. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But that other building that just Sympathy fell, Tower 6, or was it 5? Are you aware of that?
No.
There was a third tower that fell that wasn't hit by a plane and it just fell down out of sympathy for—
In New York?
In New York, the same day. No one talks about that other tower. Why did the tower just fall down on its own? Like, oh, my brother's is gone, I'm out. And if y'all have the answers to that,
if you get the answers for September 11th, we'll take them. One of the things I like that's going on right now, one of the things that I like that's going on right now is like there's been this new sort of like interest in UFOs, and so there's been like in front of Congress talking about UFOs again, and the same stuff happens every single time this comes up for the government. Is there'll be some dude who rolls in and he's like, yeah, we've seen the UFOs, and we've got photos and videos of the UFOs, and we know that they're real. And then the other person who's like asking the questions is like, oh, okay, well, can you show us any of those videos or any of those photos? And they go, no, I don't have them. And you go, well, what?
Yeah.
Well, what? And then they go, they're classified. So you can come over here and talk about it, but when we ask for any measure of actual proof, you say you ain't got it?
That does look a little sketchy.
What's up with that?
Yeah, very sketchy. Because I am a person who hardcore believes in UFOs, and you got to break the word down. Unidentified flying objects. An object we can't identify. Some of this stuff I feel is man-made.
Oh yeah.
Them just testing stuff out.
Yeah, I feel like that's honestly the biggest part of it is like somebody saw something they weren't supposed to see. That doesn't mean that someone else doesn't know what that is, and someone else didn't help build that thing that maybe shouldn't exist or maybe is like on the cutting edge of technology that we don't even know about right now. But the wrong person saw it and is like, hey, I just saw this thing. And now we got something we got to deal with.
That's why I like how the Mexican news operates, because they be showing everything. They be getting the footage that we don't necessarily show on our news over here.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of aerial anomalies that happen out there as well. And I think I told you about the time I saw a UFO and we tried to videotape it and everything got all fuzzy. And that was scary. It literally made my hair crawl.
So Lady Boz here got in the Tower 5 scenario.
Okay.
And she says it was sympathy. It was the vibration of the ground and the blast. There are a lot of big factors there. Yeah, you can imagine a couple giant explosions and then like whatever shaking is going on from 2 skyscrapers coming down. Evidently, she says that's enough to do it.
But what about the other buildings that were around there? That was smaller. That probably would have been easier shaking and
I don't know about smaller. I feel like bigger's the more likely.
Really?
Yeah, that's more torque.
Well, because like Tower 5 wasn't nearly as big as the other 2. It just happened to be another Trade Center building that just conveniently fell that day that wasn't on fire. And, you know, I have so many questions.
Yeah.
We got to definitely bring this conspiracy theory back. Did
What
someone
else?
say areola anomalies? No, I said aerial anomalies. Justin, you maniac, man. Well, yo, y'all have a great weekend.
Yep.
And may your person who you have in the fight win, and may you win whatever personal battle you might be fighting.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend. This has been 48 Hour Friday.
Peace and love, man. Side dish back at you on Monday.
Live from the Fox 2 studios, the news starts now.
Coming up on the noon, an out-of-this-world hearing on Capitol Hill. Is the government covering up UFO sightings and alien life known to be here on Earth? You will not believe the blunt testimony from whistleblowers, folks inside the federal government now saying it's time to just tell the truth. You're going to have to pull your mic up for that.
I just want everybody to hear it. Also, the attorney who is representing more than 120 victims against Sean Diddy Combs says he's setting his sights on other high-profile celebrities who attended the, quote, freak-offs, even if they did nothing illegal.
What?
We're going to talk with TMZ about that. That's coming up as well.